Hello, everyone. Welcome to the January edition of LinkedIn Live with Steve White. So, I hope everyone had a great holiday. Welcome. Thank you for joining us. Let me tell you what we're going to try to do in 2023. Uh, I'm living my why. My why is how can I help create a table of prosperity for as many people as possible? And one of the ways that I'm trying to do that is through our LinkedIn Live on a monthly basis. So please check in with us every month. And we're really going to focus on in 2023 how can you find, rediscover wherever you are in your journey, your purpose and your why, and then how do you live it? How do you live your best life in 2023 that's full of success, fulfillment, and impact? And so every month we'll focus on a different subject that helps you find, rediscover, reimagine, and then live your purpose and why. I'm so excited about it because we know when you are working and focusing on something that's bigger than you, the chances of success and impact goes way up. So that's what we're going to try to do here in 2023. We'll do this every month. Thank you for joining our January edition of LinkedIn Live with Steve White. So let's get going. First of all, start off with thank you. Thank you to all of you that follow me on social media, whether it's Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram. Thank you to all of you who have purchased my new book, Uncompromising, that we released last March. It's doing very well. I hope you purchased the book. And we've also developed some really interesting study guides to go along with the book. So if you want to buy the books for your team and you want to work on it throughout the year, go to my website and you can get all the information that you need. So go to my website, it's stevewhitespeaks.com. All the information you need about the book, about our social media stuff, and all of that is really, really available to you. And also, thank you to all of you who have signed up for my monthly email blog. If you haven't, you can go to my website, you can join. Every month, we try to lay down some nuggets, some things that'll help you as you go on your journey. So this is all about how can we all live our best life in 23 that sets us on a path of success, impact, and legacy. So that's what I'm really excited about. And that's what we're going to do. So thank you to all of you who have invested in following me, purchasing the book, going to the website, signing up for the email blog. Thank you. So let's get started. How many of you want to live your best life in 2023? I know I do. And I think I shared with you in earlier LinkedIn Lives and posts, my family, every holiday before the new year, we essentially set our headline for the year just to get us in the right mindset. So, as a family, our headline for this year, how can we be more kind to each other? I think we all can understand that. We can all be kind to each other. Sometimes with our own family members, we're not as kind. Sometimes we're kinder to strangers. So we really set this as our headline as a family. How can we be more kind and supportive of each other? Whether it's me to Stevie, our son, or Stevie to mom, or mom to me, or me to mom. How can we do that not only with our immediate family, but also with our extended family? And then for me personally, my headline for the year is gratitude. I tend to want to focus on the future so much that I don't live and enjoy the moment. So my headline for this year is all about gratitude. And I'm sure you have set your goals for the year. I'm sure you've set your resolutions. I'm sure you've set your vision for the year. And so today's subject is all about exhaustion. Already exhausted, here are three ways to refocus so you can enjoy success in 2023. There was a recent study done that on January 16th of every new year, people are already exhausted because we tend to end the year and go into the year excited and motivated, and we really jump right into it. And those first 2 or 3 weeks of the year can be exhausting. And so by January 16th, there was a study done that we're already exhausted, and it's only January 16th. Another study says that by February, 80% of the folks that set New Year's resolutions, they've already forgotten about them. And by the end of the year, for every 100 people who set goals for themselves, only eight, that's 8%. Let me say that again because you're not going to believe me. But for every 100 people that set their goals for the year, only 8% at the end of the year have actually accomplished their goals. We're going to be different this year. Not only are we going to be part of the 80%, we're going to move that 80% up to a higher number because we're going to stay focused during the year. So today's subject is already exhausted. Here are the three ways you can refocus and ensure that you're part of that unique club at the end of 2023. You've accomplished your resolutions, you've accomplished your goals, and you're living your best life. And 2023 was one of your best years. So, number one, everything starts with your why and your purpose. So, as you write down your resolutions, as you write down your goals, as you lay out your vision statement for yourself and your family and your career, you really have to challenge yourself. Are they connected with your purpose and your why? So, one of the goals I set was, hey, I want to do LinkedIn Live every single month as we move forward. And I can step back and say this ties directly to my why and my purpose. And so my chances of accomplishing this goes way up because I know I'm working on something bigger than me. It's much broader, and that's going to keep me focused as I move forward. So does it line with your why and your purpose? So ask yourself this key question as you focus on activity number one. What will happen if you accomplish your goals and resolutions? And then ask yourself the second question. If I don't accomplish my goals and resolution, what will happen? The trick here is to focus on question number one. Think about the rewards, the goodness that you will create, the satisfaction that will be generated if you accomplish those goals for you, your family, your friends, your teammates, whomever. Because that has to be the driving force that during those dark days and those valleys that we'll all go through during 2023, it allows you to continue to look forward and stay focused on the prize. So, what is your why? What is your purpose? And do all of your goals and resolutions align to your purpose and your why? If they do, then ask yourself, why did you set those goals? Why is it so important that you hit those goals? And then let that be your driving factor. One of the things that I do, I print up these little things and I put them in my closet because I know I'm in my closet 2 or 3 times a day. And I love to look at that so it keeps me focused on what I'm trying to accomplish. So, step number one, if you're already exhausted, if you're not exhausted, you'll be exhausted soon. Step number one, do my goals and resolutions tie to my why and my purpose? If it does, then ask your question, once I accomplish these goals, once I reach this milestone by the end of 2023, what will happen? And then let that be your motivating factor that drives you during those valleys that we all will go through during the year. So critical. And that's why I start off as step number one. Step number two, I never lose sight that I am working for Steve White Incorporated. You're working for you, whether it's Bob, Margaret, Susan, whatever your name is, just put your name in there and put incorporated. That's who you're working for. Never lose sight of that. And whoever your company, wherever you work, they're purchasing your services, and that's exciting. And then Comcast purchases my services, and I'm so thankful. but I never lose sight that I'm working for Steve White Incorporated. And so as a result, you've heard this phrase, if you're trying to save money, pay yourself first. Well, here's my challenge to you: pay yourself first. So, one of the things that I'm recommending is, and what I try to do, I build into my calendar first before I build in any other meetings, any other sessions. I build in my family time and I build in my time where I can reflect on my goals to check in to make sure I'm headed in the right direction. For me, I do that on Sunday mornings. As my family is getting ready for church and they're doing their thing, I'll grab an hour on Sunday morning while everybody else is getting ready for church. I'll get up a little earlier and I'll spend an hour every Sunday reflecting on my vision, reflecting on my goals, then looking at my schedule during the week and say, have I committed and am I committing the necessary time to my vision, my goals, my resolutions? And I check that every Sunday morning. I look out a week to make sure that I'm spending the appropriate time. And if not, I start making some adjustments. And then every morning, I reflect on the previous day to say, how was that? Did I accomplish what I set out to do? Was that a day with purpose and meaning? And then I start thinking about the day that I'm coming up. So pay yourself first. Schedule time for you, hour, 30 minutes every week, and then find time each day to check in, step back, reflect, and my focus on what I'm supposed to be focusing on. That level of a discipline will allow you to stay focused and committed to your success in 2023. Number one, do your goals and resolutions, whatever you call them, are they aligned with your purpose and why? Ask yourself, when I accomplish this, what will happen? And let that be your driving, motivating force. Step number two, you work for you incorporated. Pay yourself first. The most valuable thing that you have is your time, not money. The most valuable asset that you possess today is your time. Pay yourself first. Schedule time every week so you can sit and reflect and be quiet and evaluate how you're progressing against your goals. And then set time, 5 minutes, 2 minutes, whatever amount of time you can spare to reflect. Am I focused in those right areas? Number three, and this is critical, accountability coaches or partners. I have what we call a kitchen cabinet. There are seven members, Barbita's one of those, that serve in my kitchen cabinet. It's not a paid position, but you get a lot of love and you're forced to spend some time with me. But I share with my accountability partners, here are my goals. Here's what I'm trying to accomplish. Here's why I'm trying to accomplish it. And once I accomplish it, here's the payoff that I expect to get. I share that, not with everyone, but with several trusted friends that I've come to count on over my years, whether it's in business or family. I share with them. And then on a regular basis, I check in with them and ask them to give me a scorecard. How am I doing? What do you think I'm doing? They ask me tough questions. They ask me, how am I spending my time? And so those accountability coaches allow me to stay aligned and focused. And when I lose that and I fall into a valley, I now also have somebody that can encourage me and inspire me to move forward. So sorry about this. I think my screen just went off. Hopefully you can still see me. So that inspires me to move forward. So 3 steps to refocus, and we'll start to wrap up. Number one, it's got to be living your why. Ask yourself the question, what happens if I accomplish these goals, and then allow that to be your driving factor? Because if you set the goals right, which I know you have, when you accomplish something, not only will you benefit, but others will benefit as well. Number 2, you work for you incorporated. Pay yourself first. Allocate time for yourself on a weekly basis where you can sit down, be quiet, reflect, and check in and see how are you progressing against your goals, your resolutions. And then find time each day to reflect, even if it's for 5 minutes, reflect. How am I spending my time? That weekly check in is so critical because then you can look out at your schedule to see if you're on time. And then number three, who are your accountability coaches and partners that will assist you as you go forward? None of us are perfect. We're all going to get tired during the year. We're all going to hit those valleys during the year. But our ability to refocus and come through that is critical. And the most important time is the first month or two of the year. That's when most people lose their way. But we're going to be different this year. We're going to break through and we're going to enjoy 2023 because this is going to be the best year we've ever experienced from a career and professional standpoint. Together, we can do this. So, thank you for listening. Excited about next month as we continue on this journey of how do you find your why, rediscover your why, reimagine your why, and then go live it. Join me all year long, once a month, for LinkedIn Live with Steve White, and we'll talk about how can we make 2023 our best year. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it, and thank you for everything that you do to help me on my journey of creating a table of prosperity for as many people as possible. See you next month.